Hey guys, this is Ralph Greenwood. Hey, and today we're going to look at the Chicago Electric Power Tools 1/3 sheet finishing sander. This is item number 61309. This is sold by Harbor Freight. Chicago Electric is a brand created by Harbor Freight that is exclusive to them since 2016. I've bought this and a couple of other Harbor Freight products, which I'm going to show you later. Alright, guys, let's get unboxed here. Open this up. Okay. We've got our this thing right here, this is for poking your holes, I think. That's what this looks like. And I'll explain that later. Some of y'all probably already know what I'm talking about. Set that aside. And here is, they put in a little, there's a sheet of sandpaper in there. Okay, because this already has the holes punched in it. The holes are so that there's a fan in here that draws the dust out. Okay, here's our unit, and here is the dust box. This is the dust box. It looks like it has some type of thing that locks it in there, but we'll find out. Get this out of the plastic here. Okay, now let's have a look. Made in China, of course. Okay, 120 volts, 1.6 amps. The speed is 12,000 orbits per minute. That is your rate. That this is orbital. And this is item 61309 again. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to explain the holes here for those of you who don't know. Okay, the holes. See these holes here? You have this hole, these 4 holes here mainly. There's ducts in there. And if you see right here, you can see a little fan in there. That fan is counter-rotating, so it helps balance, because if you didn't have it, it'd be wanting to jump all over the place. Okay, it equals the rotation. Plus, that fan blows out into here, and you've got this dust box that you put and see, you can take this off and empty out your dust box. There is, see if you can look down in there, there's a small filter in there. It looks like a paper filter, so you wouldn't want to wash it or anything because it'd probably disintegrate. But anyway, we will snap this back on there. It looks like it. Press that down. Or maybe we go the other way. Yeah, like that. Just snap it on. And then, okay. This has a couple of lugs in it. And you match those lugs up. There's 2 lugs on here. And you match them up. Okay, now, what am I doing wrong? I think it goes like this, guys. I will have to take a look at the instructions, because I'm pretty sure that Oh, okay. Nope. I got it right, guys. I had it right. This goes on here like this, and you turn it and it locks on. There we go. It shows it like that. All right. And you got your trigger. And you've got, I believe this is a trigger lock. Okay. You have to push this first, then pull this one. If you pull this one up all the way and keep this one down, it'll stay on until you depress this. See how that pops out? That's just your trigger lock. Then you've got your spring. These are what? Let me see. Get this. Okay, see that? That holds your sandpaper down. This uses 1/3 of a sheet. I'm going to show you guys the sandpaper here in just a minute. Okay. And there we go. I'm showing you that one. You can see it moving there. And then it locks down. You pull this up and come over and go right behind this lip here. All right. We're going to get some sandpaper on this thing here in just a sec. Okay, and I forgot to show you guys, this has a two-prong, no ground, does not require a grounded outlet, and that's good because right now mine aren't grounded, but they're going to be. And this looks like it has maybe about a 6 or 8 foot cord, possibly. Okay. Okay. We have the instruction sheet, owner's manual, safety instructions. This has your general type instructions, you know, that you would use with any kind of power tool, and I'm pretty familiar with those, plus the detailed instructions for using this sander. Okay, and if you're not familiar with, if you haven't ran very many power tools, you probably want to read all of these, and just so that you know what to do. You know, it's the general things. You know, be safe, don't do crazy stuff. Now here's the good thing. Here's the good thing about this. If you go to Harbor Freight's website and you look up this item number, 61309, okay, put that in the search box and it will show the item, and you can also look at, you can read the manual online. It's available online. So, and I will have the link to this item in Harbor Freight that you guys can look at, and plus some others. Okay, all right, let's move on. Okay, guys, this right here, this is the sandpaper I'm going to use. This is the Warrior brand. Again, it's a brand. I don't know if it's exclusive to Harbor Freight. I'm guessing it is. I haven't really looked it up. But this is the pack of 10. This is item 63778. This retails for $3.99. And I bought it in Indiana. There was a 7% sales tax, so that'd be right around 28 cents or so. It'd be a little bit over $4. But you get, this ends up being about 40 cents a sheet. You know, which is not a bad price. You get two, these are 11 by 9 sheets. You get 2 of the 220 grit, 3 of the 500 grit, 3 of the 1000 grit, and 2 of the 1200 grit. This is silicone carbide, C-weight paper backed sandpaper. So I'm going to get, so I'll tell you what, guys, one of the things, I don't buy everything at Harbor Freight, but there's 2 things that 95% of the time when I go to Harbor Freight, I'm buying one of them, and it's either sandpaper or work gloves. Both of those things, they seem to have a great selection of sandpaper and work gloves, sanding equipment and stuff like that. And their prices are very competitive. Yeah, we're going to get some of this cut. We're going to get some of this cut and on this pad here, and we're going to get sanding. Okay, now I've cut this piece of sandpaper. I want to get it to where I have the same amount on either end here. Set this in there. And I'm going to undo. I'm going to bring this clip up on this end. Fold this paper over. And then bring this down. And I've got it over the paper. And then bring this back and lock it underneath that lip right there. Then you do the same on the other end. You have to take off your, it's easier if you take this dust box off, and you guys can see a little better here. Let's see. Okay, here's our clip. We'll undo that. Okay. See, this clip is right down in here. And when we push, it's going to hold that paper down. So we pull that a little tight, get it around there, set this bail down, and then pull this in there and lock that in, and we're ready to go. Well, all except this thing right here. And what you do with this, it has a guide, because it goes the same either way. Okay, you line up these guides. Okay, I line up, see these guides sticking up, these tabs right here, and right here. Take and line those up right there. And then you got two other tabs here that you're lining those up with this end. Okay, taking you push down on it. Push down all the way until that lays flat on the pad. And I'm pretty sure we got it flat. Then you'll have to remove it very carefully. Kind of have to. But you see what we did there? See, we made ventilation holes so that fan will help pull the dust away. Okay? So we got that on. We got that. That's going to work. Okay, now replace our dust box. Get this plastic out of the way. This tool is not plugged in right now. You keep that tool unplugged while you do this, please. So I don't want to see anybody get hurt doing stupid stuff. Okay, these vents face upward. I didn't think that they did, but they do. And there's two lugs here. And you're going to lay it off to the side a little bit like that. Line your lugs up. It'll go on. And then you turn it clockwise about 1/8 of a turn, and it locks on there. So now we are ready to, we are almost ready. We're almost ready. We're getting there, guys. Okay. All right, guys. Now, I did buy some eye protection at the Napa store, and I did get a filtration mask. Although, you know, even though this tool has a dust box, I don't like to breathe any of this old paint because you don't know what's in it, and I don't like to take any more chances than I already do. So I'm going to pull the trigger. Don't sound too bad. I feel a little bit of air coming through there, so it is forming a vacuum and pulling the dust. This filter didn't fit too good, but okay, here we go. We're going to see how she does. I got 220. This is 220 grit on here. Guys, this door that you see behind me here, this is a finishing sander, And all I want to do is just I just want to knock the gloss off of the paint and kind of tame down some of the brush marks, because this door was painted very sloppily, and I want it to look good for my set and everything. So, okay, I'm going to get the camera here a little closer, guys. Okay, hopefully you guys can see some of the imperfections here, the brush marks and things. I'm hoping that this 220 will work. This door is, okay, I'm going to put my foot against it. I don't like the way that's doing, but I suppose I'm going to have to lean against it some. Otherwise this door is going to vibrate like crazy. Okay, but here we go. Okay, we did get a hold of that. Yeah, that smoothed this right here out. Let's see, we're still pretty good. Yeah, that's doing it some good, guys. I've got the 220 on there, and I think I may go just a little bit rougher. I'm thinking this is probably 80 or 60. I might see what this does, guys. Okay, guys, I got this. I think this is 60 or 80. I should have looked at that, but I didn't. Oh well. All right, and I want to show you guys these. These are sanding sponges. They're the Warrior brand. They're sold at Harbor Freight. I bought two. I bought the 100 grit. That's a pack of 6. Okay, 100 grit, pack of 6. These went for $5.99 plus 7% sales tax. Okay. I got 20% off on a coupon, so these were $4.79 plus tax. And these others, these 10 pack of fine 150 grit, these were these were $5.99. I couldn't get the 20% off on these. There's a limit on the 20%. These were $5.99 for this. And I wish I had some work gloves to show you guys, but I've got those out in the garage, but I will show them to you sometime. But I bought a lot of these. These are very useful for, see, these right here are angled, and I don't think these others are. These others are, these are the fine ones. They're just a rectangular, pad. These right here, they're angled, which is nice to get in corners and stuff like that. And I'll be using both of these on this door for getting it ready to paint. So I wanted to show those to you guys. Show you something real quick here. This trigger on here, take them off. This trigger on here, one of the drawbacks is if you've got this is not a variable speed, it's one speed, and you pull that in, and that can be locked, you can lock it in like that, okay, and to turn it off, it's kind of a hard pull to turn it off. You have to really have a hold of this. I'll show you. You have to really have a hold of it to shut it off. Now I'm doing this, I'm not using this lock. Okay, there, but if you lock this, you have your finger around there. You got to really push on that to get it if you have it locked. That's the only problem. There should be a little more, I'd think there'd be a little more space there. you know, where it'd be sticking out maybe about like that instead of it's all way in there like that. Maybe just take this thing off. But I'm thinking that was, yeah, let me unplug here. Okay. Gotta follow my own safety rules. That was 80 grit. This was 80 grit. I thought it was 60. I was 10 grits off. Yeah. Get that off of there. Okay. Yeah. But this, yeah, I did. I took off. It did tone things. It did take some of that, some of those brush streaks out. It stripped some of this paint, which is no big deal. I may go ahead and use the, I may go with 80 grit and see how good that does. You know, for 21, let's see, the price of this, okay, the original price was $28.99. I got a 25% discount, which that took $7.25 off of that. Okay, that made that $21.74, and then I bought a 1-year replacement plan for $7.99, $8, which made this about $30 even, right around there, with the sales tax and all that. So, let you guys know the price. I'd show you the price before. Okay, so there's the sander. You guys, it's not too bad. I wouldn't do this if I wouldn't buy this if I was doing this professionally, because I don't think it would stand up to that kind of use. But for doing jobs around the house, it's a pretty good sander for the price. Just gotta be careful with it and take care of it. Hey, this is Ralph Greenwood. See you guys later.